Everyone, welcome to Spatial. In this video tutorial we are going to see how to download Harmonized World Soil Database. So the soil data has been given in the resolution of 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer. First let us have a quick overview. So you can see here, this is the data, right? This has been given as a raster data at a resolution of 1 kilometer by 1 kilometer, and these are the soil codes. You can see here, this time they have given separate data viewer from where we can easily get to know more about the soil's information. For example, if I am zooming to this particular location and if I want to know more about this soil type, we can easily do so by clicking on over here. You can see the first, you can identify the code, right? So if you are working in a QGIS platform, based on these codes we can find what soil it is, right? So based on the codes we can see the soil name and what the soil is made up of, right? A sandy loam or a sandy clay loam, and it has been given from the different depths. So what is the soil composition from the depth 0 to 20 centimeters, from 20 to 40 centimeters. Like this, you can see 7 stages has been given up to 150 to 200 centimeters. More information has been given. So let us see more about this. Here just type in Harmonized World Soil Database version 2.0. Now click search. So this is the link. I'll be sharing the link. You can just check it out. Now this is the portal from where we are going to download our soil database for the entire world. So this is a comprehensive global soil inventory that offers the details like soil properties. You can see here soil properties including the morphology, chemistry and physical characteristics. They are giving this data at a 1 kilometer resolution. That is very good, and it is very useful for doing research in the field of agriculture, food security, climate change impact. The database was developed by the International Institute for Allied Systems and Analysis, Food Agriculture Organization, HWSD, International Soil Reference and Information System, the European Soil Bureau Network, and the Institute for Soil Science at Chinese Academy of Science. So this collaborative effort ensured the database was comprehensive and accurate. And you can see the last update which was done was in the year 2023. So this data is given at 1 kilometer resolution, and following informations are available like 7 depth layers starting from 0 to 20 centimeters up to 150 to 200 centimeters. So 7 depth layers has been given, which also includes the effective CEC, total nitrogen, CN ratio, aluminum saturation. So additionally, HWSD Viewer is also being given to handle the expanded information about the soil information at various depths. Now let us see how to download the Harmonized World Soil Data, as well as how to download and install HWSD Viewer, which is very simple. I'll be showing you. The soil data was given in Shapefile, which was at a resolution of 1:50 lakh. So that you can see, this is the previous version. With that Shapefile, the documentation was given to identify what are the based on the codes we can identify the soil type. So now in this case they have given the viewer, which is a separate application where you can visualize the data set, and if you just click on any part of the soil map, the information about the soil will be coming up. So it has made easy to get to know more about the soil information, and they have given the database also separately, and raster data and the technical reports. So you can download these files. First let us download the viewer and data. So the download has been started. Now let us download the HWSD raster. This is the soil data which has been given in a raster format, and the technical reports and instructions. If you want to know more about it, you can download it. So this is a 71-page report. You can just download. So I'm going to save it to a particular location. Now you can see here we have downloaded the files, right? Now let us begin to extract the data and to visualize it. The 3 files which we have downloaded. This is the raster file in which the soil layer is available. This is the installer from where we can get to know more about the soil information, and this is the technical report, right? So first let us install this. This is called Viewer and Data. Now let us install it. Agree, and finally click on install. Now click on finish. Open the application. You can see here HWSD 2.0. Open it. So this is how the application looks like. Now click on load HWSD. So here you can see once we have clicked load, it has been loaded. So we are having the soil data as well as the country boundaries that you can find it from here. This is the country boundary and this is the soil data set. You can see. So with this application we will be getting the soil data as well as the layers, right? Now let us keep this aside and move back, and here this is the raster data. Let us extract it. So in this we'll be getting the world soil data as a raster file, right? This will visualize it in the GIS softwares. Now let us load the layer over here. Add layer, add raster layer. Now browse the file. So you can see here this is the raster file which we have extracted, and from that you can see BIL file format. Just select it and click open, add it. Now you can see at the background the data has been successfully loaded, and we are going to work on the symbology so that we can easily distinguish between the soil layers. Now go to properties. Here in the render type select select unique values and hit classify. So now you can see here the soil has been classified. This is the unique values from which we are going to identify which soil type it is belonging to. Now click on apply, click on OK, and if you just click on here you can see the unique values. This represents the different types of soil group. Now let us zoom into a particular location, for example over here in this geographic space, and you can see there are different types of soil units are available that we can find from the color variation, right? Now you can use the identity tool to find a particular type. What does this represent? This is the code. Okay, so with this code we can easily identify the soil name, right? Now let us keep this aside and we just move back to the HWSD visualizer. So now let us make us familiar this workflow. How now you could see on the right hand side you can see different types of soil which is being represented in different colors, right? Based on the map it is being presented. If you want to change this color you can just change it. You can choose any colors. So now in order to inspect the soil, what is the soil found in a region, we can easily do that. Now let us zoom into a particular location. What we have did it in the QGIS. So I am zooming to a particular location, right? So from here I am going to select one soil. I am just going to just see the information what soil it is. I am going to use this button SMU table, and now once again I am going to just click on over here, and once I have clicked over here in this location you could see the information which is present on the soil, right? So at the top you can find the soil mapping unit. You can see the codes 3754. Let me show you in QGIS the same features. I'm going to click on over here 3754, right? I have just clicked on over here. You can just easily identify the soil, right? So what and all information has been given. For example, soil unit name has been given and associated soil and inclusion has been given, right? Then you can find the soil drainage, right? Whether it is poorly drained or moderately well drained, likewise information has been given. If you just come down below, you could see the depth layer. For example, 0 to 20 centimeters, you can see the soil types, right? So in 0 to 20 centimeters, which is dominant, whether sand is dominant, silt is dominant, or clay, right? Likewise, you can find the information. Then you can find the texture. So based on texture, it's been classified as clay loam, sandy loam likewise. Then density, then organic carbon content. Likewise, you can see nitrogen content, carbon nitrogen ratio, aluminum saturation, exchangeable sodium percentage. And next, if you come down, you could see the next layer, right? So you can see from 20 to 40 centimeters what and all things are there, how the soil is, right? Sand how much percentage, likewise. So likewise it has been given from up to layer D7 from 150 centimeters to 200 centimeters. So likewise information has been given, which is very useful. Compared to the previous version, this is very useful for us to identify the soil easily, as well as we are getting almost all information about the particular soil. If you want, you can just save it as a file, CSV file, right? So you can just browse and give some name for it. So like this you can save the file and we can visualize it. So likewise you can just get to know more about this. So like this you can find for each and every soil groups, right? So like this you can get the information. You just click on here, it will be automatically redrawn. If you click on view all, it will be zoomed out to the full extent. You can also add the shapefile. For example, if you have any study area, you can add it. That you can do from here. For example, if you are working with a particular area, you can add the layer also. So in this case, I am having a shapefile, right? This is a shapefile format. Let me click open. Now you can see here, let me zoom into that location. The file is being successfully added over here, that you can visualize it. And you can zoom in, right? You can see here, this is the shapefile which I have added to the work. Please. And you can find the data point. You can choose the data point. If you just move on the cursor, it will be updated. For example, you can get the lat long values, right? For each location, you will be getting the soil types, soil mapping unit. So for example, right, you can see here how it is changing. So likewise you can easily get the information about this. So I've just shown you a few information from this. You can explore a lot. By clicking this data query, and for example I am selecting SMU properties and I have selected the HWSD ID. Now I'm going to click on is equal to, and I'm going to provide some soil codes. Okay, right? So I have provided some soil codes here, and you can choose the color selections. So currently it is in yellow color. Different types of colors are available. If you just run it, the data will be highlighted. For example, 3861 will be highlighted, as you can see here. Okay, copy it. If I clear it, you can see the difference. Now let me run it once again. Now you can see this yellow region has been selected, right? So this comes under this following code. Okay. So likewise you can also run for the dominant soil depth layer analysis, right? You can also view the common soil types in the world. If I just clear this one, and if I just select any among the soil, so from this I am going to select this group. Now you can see this the common soil types in different part of the world, that you can easily visualize it, right? So you can just select all, once again bring it back. Like this you can work on. So moving back to QGIS, so previously we can just see the soil codes and some features. For example, if there is a soil means, we can find a few information about that. But this time they have provided a viewer, and we can also viewer extended information about the soil. That is the advantage of this, which I feel. You can also add it in the comments what and all advantage you have seen. So if you have a study area file, you can easily clip this raster also. That can be simply done. So move on to rasters and extraction. Clip by mask layer if you have a shapefile. So this is our input raster layer, and we are going to choose the mask layer. If you don't have, if we haven't added it over here, select file. So instead of all files, we are going to choose ESRA shapefiles. Now select the boundary. So we have added the shapefile. You can also select the target extent, for example, layers. So currently I didn't have added the shapefile to this canvas, so it is not showing to me. So you can just add it, and you can select that also, right, just for information. And if you want to save it, you can just use this file, use this option to save it to a particular location, or it will be saved as a temporary file. Now let me run. So the process has been completed. You can see here, right click, properties, same thing which I have done previously, unique values, classify it, apply, click OK. Now I am going to remove the previous layer. Now you can see here it has been clipped, right? So thanks for watching. If you have any doubts in this, please do ask in the comment section. Please support. Goodbye.